From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Thursday, February 24th, 2022. I'm D. Ray Knight, and this is what's going on. Russian President Vladimir Putin has declared war on Ukraine, and the much-feared invasion of the nation has begun. We'll have more on this in 2 minutes. The South Dakota House is pushing to reduce the state sales tax by 0.5 percentage point. Republicans passed the proposal despite objections from Governor Kristi Noem. The proposal was spearheaded by a group of right-wing Republicans who have sparred with the governor over the state budget this year. It passed the House on a 39-31 vote and will next be considered by the Senate. Republican Representative Chris Carr described the proposal as a way to make good on a 2016 law that promised to reduce the 4.5% sales tax if the state won the right to tax sales from online sellers. 2 hunters were rescued in the Black Hills. Amy Rose has more.
2 hunters who got stuck in the Black Hills in below zero temperatures had to be rescued Tuesday night. The 2 men from Sioux Falls, aged 80 and 74, called for help after getting stuck in deep snow on 6 Mile Road. The Pennington County Search and Rescue Team used the sheriff's office's Sherpa to reach the men and get them to safety. The 2 men suffered hypothermia and frostbite and were taken to the hospital for treatment.
The South Dakota Senate is passing a proposal to legalize recreational marijuana. Republicans reasoned they should jump ahead of a campaign to legalize it on the November ballot. The bill passed by a single vote in the Republican-controlled Senate. It shows just how divided lawmakers are on the issue. The proposal will next head to the House, where Republicans have pushed for tighter restrictions on medical marijuana. Voters approved a 2020 constitutional amendment to legalize recreational pot, medical marijuana, and hemp. However, Republican Governor Kristi Noem challenged its constitutionality, and the state Supreme Court ruled it should be nullified last year. In national and international news, more on the situation in Ukraine as Russian troops have launched their anticipated attack on the nation. President Vladimir Putin cast aside international condemnation and sanctions, warning other countries that any attempt to interfere would lead to consequences you have never seen. Big explosions were heard before dawn in Kiev, Kharkov, and Odessa as world leaders decried the start of a Russian invasion that could cause massive casualties and topple Ukraine's democratically elected government. U.S. President Joe Biden pledged new sanctions meant to punish Russia for an act of aggression that the international community had for weeks anticipated but could not prevent through diplomacy. World markets have responded to the war in Ukraine. Chrissy Davies has more.
World stock markets have plunged and oil prices surged by nearly $6 per barrel after President Vladimir Putin launched Russian military action in Ukraine. Market benchmarks tumbled in Europe and Asia, and Wall Street futures were sharply lower. Brent crude oil jumped to over $100 per barrel on unease about possible disruption of Russian supplies. The ruble sank 7.5% against the U.S. dollar. The European Union said it planned massive and targeted sanctions on Russia. Surging prices for oil and other commodities are an added worry for investors already uneasy about the possible impact of the Federal Reserve's plan to try to cool inflation.
Major League Baseball gave locked-out players 5 days to salvage the March 31st openers and a full season, telling the union that games would be canceled if a labor contract is not agreed to by the end of Monday. Players have not accepted Monday as the deadline and have suggested that any missed games could be made up as part of doubleheaders, a method that MLB said it will not agree to. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Expect some snow this morning, tapering off in the afternoon with a high of 14. Tonight, cold with a low of 2. And that was your Daily Slice for Thursday, February 24th, 2022. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose and Chrissy Davies. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.